Has Bitcoin bottomed if you account for the inflated money supply? If so, you need to watch these two huge ecosystems which are both about to launch and will likely lead the narrative for the rest of 2022. Hi, I'm Virtual Bacon and welcome back to the Virtual Bacon Show. Let's get into it. First, let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still holding above its key support level at 18.5k. Same price as last 2 weeks, nothing has changed. Here's the bearish scenario for Bitcoin in 2022. If 18.5k does break, the next support level down is around 12k. This is the bear market peak in 2019 and the consolidation in the summer of 2020. Here is the bullish scenario for Bitcoin in 2022. 24.5k is still the key resistance level to watch for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can hold above the 18k support and retest the 24.5k resistance, it would form a double bottom pattern which would signal a long-term reversal. If this happens, price will likely continue to rally for 3 to 6 months after into the 30k plus ranges. Before either of these scenarios happen, Bitcoin is technically in a sideways chop period between 18.5k and 24.5k. So exercise caution and don't jump to random predictions too quickly. Wait for the next move to be confirmed before acting. Bitcoin is showing a disturbing signal when accounting for the inflated money supply. The M1 money supply measures how much money is circulating in the US, and as you can see, we had a sharp increase in 2020 when we had mass printing. We take Bitcoin price divided by the M1, we get its real price performance adjusted for the inflated money supply. This chart is mind-blowing because the tops and bottoms of the last cycle match up exactly with this cycle. It shows that Bitcoin hasn't really made a new all-time high this cycle, rather it's priced higher because the money supply has inflated. On the bright side, this chart also shows that the 18k Bitcoin right now is like the 6k Bitcoin bottom in 2019 when you account for inflation. And if Bitcoin drops to the 13k target that most people are expecting, it will coincide exactly with the COVID crash levels on this chart. Either way, I think the Bitcoin bottom is quite close. It should be somewhere between 13 and 18k. Next up, let's look at Ethereum. Another boring week for Ethereum as it's at the exact same price as last week. Key levels are still the same. Support at 1k needs to hold in order to avoid a larger crash. This is like the 18.5k support on Bitcoin. Resistance is at 2k, which dates back to summer of 2021. If ETH can test and break above the 2k resistance, we're likely to see another 3 to 6 months of uptrend as it finally reverses the downtrend we've had since November of last year. Next, let's look at Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance has the exact same analysis as last week. The uptrend continues, thus we remain cautious in altcoin positions. When BTCD trends up, money is flowing from altcoins back into Bitcoin. I'm only accumulating Bitcoin and Ethereum for my long-term bags in this period, as it gives me a good balance of safety and risk. The bleed in altcoin market doesn't affect Bitcoin and Ethereum as much, and if there's a surprise rally, I'm still able to capture some upside and not be left on the sidelines. Remember, this is the bear market. It's better to be patient and wait for the opportunities to come instead of trying to bet against the wind. If you want to buy and trade Bitcoin and Ethereum, consider using my Binance affiliate link in the show notes below. You get a $600 sign-up bonus and it really helps this channel. Next up, let's look at the latest altcoin insights. Aptos and Sui are two new layer 1s based on a new smart contract language called Move. This language is based off of Rust, which is used in Solana, so Solana developers can easily deploy on these ecosystems. Both Aptos and Sui have recently raised more than $300 million from large VCs like A16Z, Jump, and Binance Labs. The developer teams behind Aptos and Sui come from Meta's Libra and Diem project. This Libra and Diem technology has been in development for over 4 years behind closed doors, so it is very mature already. Aptos mainnet has just gone live this week. The APT coin is now trading on all major exchanges including Binance and Coinbase. A bit of Googling shows that the last round of fundraise put Aptos at a $4 billion valuation already. This is the price that Binance got in at. So if we can get prices similar to $4, it would be a no-brainer as you are getting in at the same price as Binance but with no lockups. Regardless of what you think about a rich project like this, you should still pay attention to its ecosystem in case it gets a lot of traction. Setting up the wallets and researching early projects now can give you a huge advantage in case there is a real Aptos Autumn hype wave. The three top wallets are Pontum, Martian, and Petra. The first real decentralized exchange is also Pontum's Liquid Swap. And here are some of the early projects I'm watching: Pontum, Thala, Momentum Safe, Tsunami, Tortuga, Ditto, and Superposition. I will keep you guys updated when I find more. Next up, let's talk about Sui. Sui by Miston Labs is currently still in dev testnet, but it's the same setup as Aptos. It uses the same Move smart contract language. Therefore, with Aptos just launched, Sui should follow suit very soon. Get yourself familiar with this ecosystem as well. The top wallets are Fuchsia, Morphus, and Ethos. Follow the channel and I'll keep you guys updated when Sui launches its mainnet and the early projects to watch. Next up, let's talk about the zkEVM ecosystem. zk Rollup is the next generation of scaling solutions for Ethereum. The zk Rollups supporting native EVM ecosystem and the Solidity smart contract language will have the first mover advantage, because existing dApps on top of Ethereum can be deployed onto these networks directly. The two main zkEVMs to launch this year are zkSync and Polygon's zkEVM. These ecosystems will be worth paying attention to, as they are the first new type of smart contract ecosystem since Arbitrum and Optimism. zkSync's native token will launch first sometime this year, and it will likely become a top crypto in the space. You can compare zkSync's valuation to other scaling solutions like Optimism in order to judge its price potential. If its fully diluted valuation is much lower than that of Optimism's, it could be a good opportunity at launch. zkSync's mainnet will be launching on October 28th, and the ecosystem has been shaping up rapidly. To get ahead, make sure to set up the wallets, use the bridges to get on the layer 2, and find the leading dexes to get ready for day 1. The other player is Polygon, which also has its zkEVM coming sometime this year. Although there won't be a new token for Polygon's zkEVM, there should be many top projects to launch on this ecosystem. Pay attention to this mainnet launch, which is slated by the end of this year. The testnet is currently live, and you should bridge to it to get ready for the mainnet launch. Next up, I am still watching the ApeCoin Staking. The Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs and ApeCoin will have staking coming soon. Staking rates will vary for each type of BAYC NFT. The more NFTs you own, the more ape you can stake at a high APR. Staking rates will start off very high, as most BAYC holders do not hold enough ape coins to meet the maximum stakeable amount. Rates will start off between 300 to 400% APR, which is super attractive. This makes me think that BAYC NFT holders will need to buy up ApeCoin and stake until rates decrease to equilibrium. There's a handy Dune Analytics dashboard with all the numbers. If all BAYC and MAYC holders bought up the maximum amounts, this would bring 110 million ApeCoins of buying pressure. The initial launch date of staking was October 31st. But a new AIP proposal could delay this to mid-November. This is perfect as it gives us more time to accumulate while Bitcoin dominance is still in its uptrend. Personally, I will continue to accumulate ApeCoin between $4 to $5 and simply wait for the staking event to come and sell into the frenzy. Lastly, I'm still watching the World Cup coins narrative. FIFA World Cup begins on November 20th, and there are three main ecosystems to benefit from this hype. First one is Algorand, which is FIFA's official partner and have already launched the FIFA Collect NFT platform. The next one is Chiliz, which is the leading platform to issue football fan tokens. The Football USDT index on Binance is also a great way to speculate on the overall category of football fan tokens instead of picking out individual teams. The last way to speculate on this hype is with national team tokens for top contenders to the World Cup. You can find these on CoinGecko under the fan tokens category. Overall, the World Cup hype is yet to come on November 20th, so these plays are still active. I will be accumulating these for the next month and sell into the World Cup hype when it starts. That's it for this episode of the Virtual Bacon Show. Thanks for tuning in. If you like this content, you will love our newsletter, which you can find in the show notes below. If you have more questions, join our Discord channel, discord.gg/bacon. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.